like a paraplegic with this.
Well, that one's so big. That's what I'm saying. Like, this one's kind of nice, but I do get worried about when we get.
But look how dialed in this thing is.
Yeah. That is nice.
I feel like a blues guy who has one of those harmonica harnesses on so he can still play things.
You can still do things, but the mic is still it goes up too, right?
Does it go up?
We don't have shit to talk about this week. So
listen.
This is Riff City. You're gonna get this is Stoned Apes Raw.
Behind the music.
Yeah, behind the pod. Stoned Apes Behind the Pod.
Bro, my family sucked yesterday.
Why?
Yelling.
About what?
My brother, it's like 7:30 and this man hadn't done his chores yet. So like everyone's home.
Yeah.
And he's like vacuuming around people. It's just like the dumbest shit you've ever seen.
Vacuuming?
Yeah, like supposed to vacuum during the day.
Are people hanging out?
Yeah, like Mark just got home from work. My mom just got back from the gym after work. Been picking up my sister and fucking.
Is he just showing people he could do chores?
No, he tried to not do them. And then my mom came home and was like, get the fuck out here and do your chores. And he's like, he called her today and goes, Mom, I'm not on academic probation anymore. Are you proud of me? And then I just hear, Mom, come on. Can you just say you're proud? Can you just say you're proud of me? Can you just say you're proud of me?
Now, is that built up before the call? Is that like a 5-minute pace in the bedroom before calling and going?
Yeah, where he giggles to himself like a fucking idiot.
What is that?
They got a cable tied in it.
That is nice.
And I fidget with it.
That's $100 though.
It's clean living.
It is nice.
I mean, with the amount of money we generate off the pod.
That's what I'm saying too. The amount of money we're making right now off
currently,
the pod,
it's staggering.
We just went full time with this.
These green screens were from sponsors. Just fake it till we make.
Yeah, we didn't pay for this. There's still drywall dust on them.
What are you gonna do?
Dude, so did you know that there's a sect of Jews?
Oh, boy.
There's a sect of Jews that kidnap children. This is from... this is alleged.
Our source.
Allegedly. I have an outside source.
He's learned on the ways of the Bible.
Allegedly, there's a sect of Jews that kidnap children, harvest their bodies for hydrenochrome, and also...
Adrenochrome.
Hydrenochrome.
Hydrenochrome?
What do you say?
Adrenochrome. Like
adrenochrome.
Like adrenaline.
Adrenochrome.
As far as I understand it.
Okay. There's a sect of Jews that harvest adrenochrome from from these children. And then because the Jews own this is all alleged, I don't fucking know. Because they own all the meat factories and all the meat packing factories, they then grind up these children and ship them off as the pink slime to McDonald's, Burger King, all these fast food chains, because they're all owned by these big corporations. So all like the kids from Bohemian Grove, Epstein shit, all that stuff, that's where all these kids grow. And apparently, there's a video that I haven't fucking gotten yet that explains all of this. And it's just some old white Jewish dude saying like, yeah, I seen some shit. I did deals with the people who flew the planes into the World Trade Center. I told the guy to apparently he like upped the, insurance on the World Trade Center. It makes sense that skyscrapers have insurance, but I wonder how much that actually is. But yeah, apparently.
And what would cause someone to like run out and up it?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm going to up it on September 9th.
I'm sure they have a pretty good policy on a skyscraper to begin with. What makes you go like, double down?
Yeah, and it's also like, what's happening to it? Like, it's been standing since
That's what I'm saying.
70s?
Like, what hurricane was about to hit the city or that would make you want to...
Hurricane. 747, baby. No, but... So apparently it deals with those people.
It's too bad Marky Mark wasn't there.
Marky Mark.
Because he would have beat everyone up.
He would have.
That's what he said.
I remember you saying that. Wait, so he claims if he's on one of the planes, he's It's not going down.
No fucking way. That's going down. I'm up there.
I'm up there.
I'm pretty sure this is like before he even did the boxing movie, so I don't even know what this is like based
I'll
on.
beat someone half to fucking death.
Yeah,
Just like I did to that kid.
Yeah. Yeah, he's using that. I mean, not that they're like any tremendous combatants. They're just dudes with like box cutters or whatever, allegedly. But just a fucking weird take to have where it's like, clearly a lot of people feel that way. Maybe just keep it to yourself. Just to be like,
a lot of people feel that way after watching the 9/11 movie too. But it's like, if you're up in that fucking plane and some dude's like, yo, I got a bomb strapped to my chest.
How many dudes think that they're like a great troop should they need to be activated?
Oh,
like so many dudes think the only difference between them and a Navy SEAL is like the choice of doing it. And it's like, no, motherfucker, you don't have it. You don't got the stuff for it.
You don't have the fucking willpower to go through that shit,
bro. People watch a fucking movie and they're like, bro, I could put a fucking army ranger. Like,
I'm basically a fucking sleeper cell.
Basically a fuck. If they showed up on our soil,
they'd be fucked.
I mean,
fucked.
I can say all this because I am half that person where I'm like, bro, I fucking.
I mean, come on. If I watch a good YouTube video, I can then probably do that stuff without practicing it. I had a theory at one point where I was watching.
You're a Call of Duty savant.
Obviously, I'm a fucking. You get me 6.
You seen the kill streaks?
You get me 6 bowls deep. I'm a fucking savant in Call of Duty. We're having a good night. But I've watched enough Jeff Cavalier to where I think just watching his videos, taking supplements, really getting in the mind state.
Not even supplements, just pre-workout.
Yeah, just taking
pre-workout, watch an exercise video.
A little supplements. I watch a little David Goggins. I go back to Mr. Athlete X.
Jeff Cavalier.
I feel like I watch myself get more shredded in the mirror.
I think I'm fine-tuning my body without going through the leg work.
That's what it is.
Getting stuck in the mud.
It's kind of a loophole. I figured out, see, if you look at a lot of these proteins and these and like stuff like that, it always says the same thing. It says get like shredded, cut, lean, bulk. You just take those ones and that happens.
All 4 of them?
Oh yeah, obviously. I mix all 4. I'm trying to get cut, lean.
I feel like
trying to bulk up.
All those, like, I mean, I guess it makes sense, but I feel like all like the things that gay dudes have as classifications for dudes are like the same things that you just said, like for like weightlifting or exercise or whatever.
Bro, you're fucking lean.
Like a bulk or a bear or like those types of things. Like I feel like you just kind of did the same list but swapped out words.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Because remember that Sonny was like, no, he's more of an otter. You know, like,
it was more of an otter.
It's a lean.
More of an otter. It's lean. Come on. Slick. Ugh. Describing someone as slick.
Outside the 50s.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Slick? Slick Rick.
What's up, Jack?
Yo, say motherfucker. What's your motherfucker word? I said shit. But no, what happened? Are you still watching Jeff Cavalier?
No, I feel like he
who's his sidekick?
Jesse.
I've watched that dude go from a fucking twig to now he's just yoked.
Yeah. He got too much involvement though.
He's way too. He's too in on it now.
All the videos.
I don't like it.
They think they're a comedy dude. It's like watching. They think they're Abbott Costello.
Yeah, they think they're a fucking couple.
Well, I'd put a large sum of money on the fact that one or both of them has had their penises in the other one's mouth. I'd bet a lot of money.
I'd bet enough money
that I could open up my own fucking Athlete X studio warehouse gym.
Yeah. I would bet that much money that I could that they've done that. That's fucked up. You think so?
Jason used to insinuate about Johnny and Angry that they would 69 down the stairs together.
How?
Standing 69.
Down the stairs?
Yeah.
Isn't Johnny like 1,000 pounds?
Yeah. But Angry's got angry strength. It's just similar to retard strength. It's in the same vein. Oh my God. No, I'd be like, John, I heard you coming down the stairs this morning. It was loud as hell. What are you standing 69 with anger?
Shit.
Shit.
When's he coming on?
Probably his availability will probably open up.
We got to get the studio done, too, because Charles was asking me yesterday.
Once we can pixelate faces.
Yeah. Oh, that's done.
Yeah,
I found it. It's fucking easy.
Yeah.
Dude, you know how easy that all that shit is now? You can literally just put a dot on someone's forehead. Not make him Indian. But, and you can, obviously. But, and you can motion track it and then just fucking throw that blur on and it's easy. Apparently, yeah. It's amazing he doesn't want his face shown. Who does he think he is?
Don Juan.
Fucking Yakuza.
Man's.
Nah, I'm MS-13. Come on.
He's linked up.
He's fucking crazy.
Nah, that's
no. I think if he knows he's blurred, he'd be a little more loose. So he could say anything.
Drop up.
Hey, yeah, he could say anything. That's gonna be fucked.
It'd be good.
No, we gotta get these cameras set up.
I feel like I had. See, this is my issue. I'm usually on some type of chemical when I do my research. I don't really retain.
You're not retaining much info?
So, I mean, I've watched like 3 hours of fucking cool stuff over the past couple nights, but
that's not good for research. It's not conducive to.
I'm going to peruse the YouTube and see if I can.
I was watching a Tartarian documentary.
You found one?
Not really. It was some bitch was talking about it. But nobody gives dates on a fucking mud flood.
The mud flood thing really
I don't get it.
Me up. I don't even understand.
But apparently the Capitol building, there's an actual photo of them excavating it and showing those lower levels buried.
Really?
Ain't that fucked? How fucked up is that?
The Star Fort.
Yeah. But yeah. There's that shit. I can't. She was saying something else. I can't remember what the fuck it was.
Oh, I watched that thing that I think you saw. The how the education system got made.
With the Rockefellers?
Bro.
It's disgusting.
It's literally what we like backtracked our way to understanding it is, not knowing that that's what, like, I thought that's what it became over time, where it's like, oh yeah, they're just drone, like assembly line people, they just need people for the work. Like, no, that's literally what he was like, yep. Like, that's the move.
Yeah, who was it? It was Rockefeller, Carnegie, and Mellon.
I think Carnegie Mellon's the same dude, isn't it?
Are they? I don't know.
I always hear them said together, so
it was three dudes.
But I don't know.
Yeah, at some point, because they were the head entrepreneurs, so at some point they had the realization of like, we don't need any more entrepreneurs because we got that shit covered. Our family's gonna last. We got enough rich families to where we don't need all these fucking rich people running around. So we need more workers and we need more soldiers. So they funded this whole educational system and told people, hey, you could send your kid to public school for free.
Which is one thing. But then how crazy is it that they go from, hey, here's a thing you can send your kids to however long later it's, you'll go to fucking jail and have your kids taken away from you if you don't send them.
Yeah, if you don't send them, or if you're not homeschooling them and doing our statewide tests or whatever it is.
Yeah, working off the same curriculum.
Yeah, like the same. Yeah, exactly.
Like, how the fuck does that work?
So now you're teaching all these kids to be more complicit. You're to be more like, get in line, be here. The bell rings, go to lunch. The bell rings, go to your next class. Do this. Come on. You got 4 minutes.
Punch in, punch out.
Get in, get out. Yeah, exactly. Be complicit workers, or soldiers. Because
are you throwing an N in complicit?
Complicit.
Okay.
Complicit. I don't fucking know. Maybe.
An N's sneaking its way in the back half of that word. And
you don't want N's sneaking in. You really don't.
Not at where they don't belong.
Well, that's what you're saying. All these fucking... We're back.
Abort.
But no. Which makes sense, because when you're 17, you could sign up for the military. You can fucking commit. You can commit when you're 16, 17 that like, oh yeah, when I graduate, I'm gonna ship right off into boot camp.
And I mean, not saying that it shouldn't be, but it is such like a respectable decision that they like probably push the propaganda of like, yeah, we respect it as like, wow, they're going out there and defending our freedom, but they're like, good job, Timmy, like fucking,
yes, sir,
yeah,
exactly,
way to go, defend your family's honor, and fucking send another one to the front line, like beaches of Normandy shit,
or just to go work in factories.
And that's what they were saying. They made the Ivy League schools for was that, like the Carnegie dude that had the chemical, like the pharmaceutical companies.
Yeah,
he's like, well, this works for like Rockefeller because he needs like dudes in factories and oil rigs that know how to like fucking move this here and do that there. I need motherfuckers that know how to like do chemistry and shit. Yeah. So he set it up where
give
like
them a chemistry class.
Yeah, make
give them this class.
And like I guess he set the Ivy League schools up for where he can get. But then that goes back to what, again, I don't know enough about it, but that goes back to like University of Chicago. These schools that are old enough to have been connected to that shit.
Yeah.
Have a lot of those same characteristics as like Capitol buildings and those old places. Yeah. So it's like, it's fucky.
Yeah, like what the fuck is that? But it's also like, and then 95% of people, 99% of people under who aren't like rich or elite or whatever, they're going to send their kids to those public schools. But they're
at this point, that's just what it is.
Yeah, and exactly. And like we even talked about how we've gone through public school. I went to private school for the first 3 years, like kindergarten through second, but that really doesn't count. But we always talk about, and then I remember like all my friends talking about how you never learn like how to pay taxes, money, how to invest money, how the stock market works, how to compound your wealth into like doing all this other shit. And it's because
interview skills, resume building.
Exactly. You never learn. And the classes that you do take where it's like, we're going to teach you how to start a business and do this, it's all fucking bullshit. Like none of it fucking makes, like it's all
it's like a garbage. Computer game type, like it's not realistic. It's like this.
But that's what they wanted. They want like so that you learn how to get in line and do all that stuff, but then you don't know how money works. So now you're constantly in debt. And then that makes me wonder if college is the same thing where everybody was graduating high school and it was like, okay, let's give them another step. Mm-hmm. Let's have them like hone in on whatever the fuck they want to do, drive them down more in debt to where now they owe us all this money to where now they have to go get this job and work their way up a company.
Because they needed to make public school free to get the ball rolling. But once that was set up, now you can make college money because everyone's trusting you on it's like a free act.
Exactly.
That has a paid part at the end.
And then you get out of college having to pay off all this debt that you fucking racked up. So now you have to go get this job that you really don't want. You'd rather probably just do your own fucking thing. Working for this dude who
that's not going anywhere.
Yeah. Working for this dude who probably went to private school, who like owns this company, was passed down 15 generations, and it's like, oh, just another cog in the machine.
And then you have that illusion of you'll be able to work your way up the ladder. But as far as you can, it's like there's two ladders. Like you can work on one. There's that other ladder that doesn't have any access points by like working hard. It's like that's passed down. That's like family. Like
that's a blood ladder.
Elite shit. Yeah. You're not going to crack that.
Yeah, it's fucked up. It's wild.
I guess that's like what the thing with taxes is too, is like those like TurboTax and H&R Block in those places. I guess they like lobby the government to keep the tax laws like worded weird and complicated.
So that you have to go pay some dude?
So that they, because I guess, I don't know. I don't understand. Again, I'm fucked up when I watch half these things.
Well, the book that Charles showed, Charles showed me 2 IRS books that he has fucking, like, like fucking, like, sticky noted, like, all that shit. And they're this thick. And there's 2 of them. They're fucking that thick. And it's like, he shows me all these books, these books of these laws to get around all, like, taxes and shit. And they're in books this thick. And then you could find all those in those big ass books, but he's read all this shit, and it's like, yeah, it's all like redundant, super like worded up bullshit to where
it's like talking to corporate people where
exactly
they're just talking in circles, like but in the book they have to at least at some point put the real answer. So if you can weave your way through all that shit. If you can get through
the 15 pages, you could probably find it. But it's like, who the fuck's gonna read that big ass book? I'm not. Yeah. Yes, sir. And they make the book like $250.
Well, that's probably the biggest barrier.
So it's like, are you going to spend $250 on one, a book you really don't want to read, and two, a book that's fucking this thick of bullshit?
Mm-hmm. And again, that even if you do find all the answers in, someone's still going to give you a fucking hard time about it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like, you read the book. Like,
you figured it out. Yeah. Congratulations. You don't have to pay taxes anymore. Mm-hmm. Here's your straw man. No, it's so crazy. Like, he has all of these, which I'm sure he'll talk about if he comes on here, but he has like all of these like documents that have been stamped and like gone through like every level of the Fed to like to redeem his straw man or whatever it is. He's on like the last part and he says, I'm my fucking third bank because the bozo behind the counter doesn't know what the fuck I'm talking about. It's like,
damn. A guy who did go to college.
Yeah.
For banking.
Who's like, sir, what are you talking about? Well.
That's what I'm talking about.
Nah, it's fucked up.
But isn't it crazy that a company could even do that? Like if
lobby
we could
the
just go
to make shit hard.
Yeah. I
don't get lobbying to begin with. All these companies can lobby the government to do whatever the fuck they want. And it's like, I don't know.
It's weird that like I feel like we call it lobbying and it's like kind of just like
bribery.
Yeah, right? But like
Probably.
Because we call it lobbying and like they do it like in front of our faces, it's like it must be okay.
Yes.
But like if you heard that it was happening like behind closed doors, you'd be like, that seems not altruistic.
Yeah. Well, it's like how like the Federal Reserve got made. Those were just bank guys lobbying to get this shit made.
It's like bullying at that stage in history too. It feels like because at that point they were coming in with
I'll
like
sink this fucking boat.
Yeah, they had so much more power than like now the government is those people. So it doesn't feel like when people lobby, it's like it just feels like just for show or whatever, like a pageantry type thing.
I guess there was a shift where the government was a certain type of person. And then there was like the business corporate people.
Bro, for a while, the government was people that were like, I care about my community and I want to be representative so I can, make the voice of my county heard or whatever. Like, that's how like people started that. And then
I don't need to get paid.
Dude twists a mustache and is like,
we could really fuck these people.
Same way the Romans did with religion.
Yeah.
A beautiful sun religion passed down through the millennia, and
a
couple wops go, I think we could make some real coin off this, boss.
Hey yo, Tommy. I bet we can actually, fuck these guys over, huh?
I know we're killing it with concrete, but I think we can take this thing to the next level.
Hey yo, whoa, Joey. We're pouring so much fucking concrete. I got concrete coming out of my fucking ears. You want to switch to religion? What's that?
How funny would it be if those guys, their mom, like the way our Italian like grandmas or whatever would like be talking about Jesus, they're talking about changing it. She's like, what are you talking about, Tommy? That's the sun.
That's the sun.
Yeah, we love the sun.
Come on. Your brother Tony wouldn't stand for this.
Tony's been gone a long time, Ma.
Oh, mother Tony.
Did the son care about him when he got skin cancer and died?
Remember that, Ma?
He thought he loved the sun until he burnt up to a fucking crisp.
Now look at him. Oh, you stick to concrete. No, my son. My boy.
All I have left in this world.
Grabbing your hair. That's all I got left in this world.
No, Ma, you got the fucking sun. Me and my friends, we got a thing called Jesus.
Yeah, we got a guy named Jesus. Got a guy named Jesus. The Mexicans are gonna love
He's
him
got
down.
dreadlocks.
The Mexicans are gonna love him out west.
Remember cousin Chris? Remember those savages you met? Yeah, we're gonna sell him. We're gonna sell him this bag of bones.
With some of this line of bullshit. Get these Jews out of here. We'll be fine. No, isn't that fucked up? That is probably exactly what happened.
Pretty much.
Oh, damn Caesar.
The Roman concrete guys the concrete guys are killing it, but the carpenters, they needed to get their foot in the door. So like, what about if it was like a guy and instead of like the crux in the sky, what if it was like a real cross?
Yeah, like a nice made,
hardwood,
good joinery,
beautifully made,
beautiful joinery,
crafted,
handmade nails. Really something just to like, let people know like, hey, that guy is a carpenter, but like, a carpenter made that thing he's on. So like maybe it is okay.
Your Honor,
What's
I had
going on
no
here?
idea when I made those crosses that they were going to start nailing Jews to them. Your Honor, it was a simple carpenter job. I had no idea that
Your Honor,
this isn't you saying...
This man named Augustus, he came to me. He said, hey, Tommy.
Beautiful robes.
Beautiful, long.
Flowing.
Red robes. Red is the sun.
You just hear the mom crying in the back. Get her out of here.
Shut up, Ma!
You know what, Ma? Go be with your son that you do love.
Yeah, go be with Tommy. I didn't mean that, Ma.
Ma,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ma.
Your Honor,
Oh.
my family's going through a tough time.
Going through a tough time.
You accusing me of this heinous act of Jew violence.
Of violence of the Jewry.
I would never engage in that, especially when my mother's in this type of distress.
Yes. Now, do we kill the firstborn in every house? Yes.
Hey, listen. I say we chop half their dicks off.
We're going to do a thing called circumcision.
And then every dude is like, what are you talking about? And he's like, listen, it's not a big deal to me. My dick's so big, you could cut some off and I'd still be fine. Are you saying your dick's? And so everyone's like, well, of course I have dick to spare. And my son will too.
And his son. And his son.
Chop the tip off. I don't give a fuck.
Who thought of that?
Abraham, if I'm not mistaken.
Abraham thought of circumcision?
I believe so.
For what?
I think the thinking... Oh, well, there's two things. I think Abraham did it as, like, showing his devotion to God. Like, God told him to do something. By God, I'm going to do it. He said chop a kid's dick off. I'm going to
chop my kid's
slice
dick
it
off.
up like thin pastrami.
Like a nice, like a
thin
good,
pastrami on rye.
like a good prosciutto. Like a good,
Like a nice prosciutto.
like a good prosciutto.
Like the chef's kiss that boy's penis.
That young boy.
Epstein, say what you will.
He's on.
As a Jewish man, he was doing what his heritage taught him.
He's doing what his heritage taught him.
But I think the
He was
thing that
carving
it
them up
turned
nice.
into was that it was like good hygiene. Like, because I think they were thinking.
They didn't like the cheese.
But then what they learned was that it wasn't a matter of like.
That shit's great on a salad.
It's the Greeks.
No, go ahead.
Animals.
No, go ahead. What they learned.
Well, what they learned was that I think it was like it ups your odds. It's gonna like you have to try harder to keep it clean, but it doesn't make it so that like it can't be clean. You could have like an uncircumcised penis and like just wash it more.
You're gonna have a clean, uncut dick.
It's still gonna be gross.
Yes, always.
Not as gross
Like
as
an anteater.
with cheese. Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
Like a turtle.
So he did. His justification was for cleanliness.
I think that's what came later.
Hey, the ladies aren't gonna like this a little later. You know what I mean?
I wish that's probably what it is.
What, like women didn't like it?
I guess that can't be what it is, though, because how would they ever think of anything else? Yeah.
How would they be like,
That's
can you just
crazy
shave
that
this?
caveman had uncircumcised dicks.
Why?
I just wouldn't think so.
You just thought.
I think of my penis as like a base penis.
Really?
And uncircumcised as like the weird one.
Yes. The OG.
But, well, they're the base one. We've all modified our dicks.
That's crazy to think about.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I like to think of myself as being so aligned.
Well, like a monkey.
A monkey would just have a full penis. No snippage.
Yes.
I don't think their dicks are like ours.
Imagine if they start circumcising monkeys.
Do monkeys have foreskin?
I assume so.
I thought they have like dog dicks.
I don't know. Isn't that foreskin?
I thought they just had the little like
Well, I don't know.
little rocket.
I think a dog has a full dick.
Well, it has a full penis, but does it have foreskin?
Isn't that what that is?
Does it go all the way down? Is that what's
maybe.
happening? I don't like this.
This is crazy.
I don't like this.
You brought it here.
I don't know that it did, but
this is insane.
you asked
went
who's
from-
the first guy that got
Well, that's what I was asking. You said Abraham from the Abrahamic religion
of Judaism.
of Judaism, the Jews.
He's the first Jew, right?
Well, I don't know about that.
I'm pretty sure.
First Jew?
I'm pretty sure.
It's a good title. Who held him up on the chair? No one.
And that's why we remember him to this day. and we hold his
Just
up
think.
on a chair in spirit.
Just think, he was walking around. Yeah, he's like, God, I'm head Jew right now. I'm first Jew. He's like, I gotta get 4 more people.
They can carry me around.
I'm
They
gonna-
can hoist me
Yeah,
up.
I'm gonna get these fucking assholes to hoist me up on a normal kitchen sitting chair. No fancy
No throne.
nothing. Just
It's too expensive.
put me up on an IKEA lavandage.
I'm sure we'll pass a garage sale on the way there. We'll find something.
We're stopping through Rome at the Italian market.
Maybe that's what happened. Maybe Jesus was on his way to a carpenter to make a new chair. He's like, I bet it'd be cheaper if we just
We're gonna make it out of wicker.
if we just have them make it for our specific, because everyone wants it all good. I don't want to pay for what they want.
I'm not paying for the gaudy chair.
And then he gets there. He starts. These wops can't handle it. They're used to this much concrete.
in and out,
Boom, done.
Bing, bang, boom.
Now these carpenter guys, they're already upset. They're not making that concrete money. So
Yeah.
they're excited for this job. But they can't.
Aqueducts
handle
are
all
done.
the talkie.
Yeah,
So they make a cross. And they say, hey,
crux. They say,
I'm not looking.
hey, brother. Here's a nicely joined together cross.
Hey, it's crazy how a guy could fit on one of them, huh? Anyway.
Yeah. How tall are you? Nice. 5'10" and a half. How tall was Jesus?
I'd like to think that he was tall for the era, but I don't know.
Do you think he was over 6 foot? You think he was 6 foot?
But when you say that, do you mean literally or like in our
What
stand?
the fuck do you mean?
Weren't they shorter back then?
Yeah, but 6 foot's still 6 foot.
That's what I'm asking. Do you mean like
No,
the 6 foot that has...
He was 2 cubits.
Thank you. Royal Cupid. You know, the Earth's 432,000 cubits.
Which is an interesting number. Because if we take that number and we divide it by pi.
The golden ratio.
No, honey.
Yeah. That
Fetch
guy.
me my cock ring.
I don't...
I told you I don't like when you take my pants off. I would
It makes me uncomfortable.
I would much prefer me take them off.
I
fold them.
I fold them up.
I fold them nicely.
I'm going to wear them again tomorrow.
I put them away.
If you're gonna
And
crumple them on
then-
the floor, and I'm not even gonna be present with you because I'm just gonna be preoccupied with what's going on with those pants. Or
Thinking
should
about-
they be folded?
Thinking about the pants, where they should be. And once I do that, then you can worship my schmeat.
I don't know if that's the turn it takes.
Oh my.
You've given him a lot more confidence than I have him as. I have him rated as basically.
Can't say who this is.
I'm not. I like to think of him
People
as
will know.
basically like a cuck that
is
so much of a bitch that they don't even need to introduce another man into the bedroom. It's just the two of them, and he's like, bro.
Oh, let me fetch the dildo.
I changed the batteries on your.
I don't want to use it too much because the new model does come out next week.
So just to preserve, I kept the receipt.
To preserve the plastic fragrance, I would much prefer.
You're getting too wet, and I don't. I'm gonna go wash my hands.
I'm gonna go. I understand you're allergic to latex.
I told you 7 times
you
can't hand sanitize before coming in.
I don't.
It burns.
I don't like silicone. You know this. It's gone too much.
I wonder how far off from being true that is. It's probably not crazy.
I like to think he's wearing like a tuxedo shirt. No, it's definitely.
You keep saying cock ring. He's probably got one of those cock cages. That's what he probably has to put on.
My chastity belt. Yeah. Oh, let me.
Bro,
before
when I first saw Chastity Belt, it was in Meet the Spartans, and it was like one of my fucking all-time favorites, Carmen Electra.
Really? Did you see her ride the Sibian on Stern?
Probably.
I think that was her.
Anything that existed on YouTube, I'm pretty familiar with.
Was there? Hey, I've seen it.
She has some like weird video of her and like some girl making out like randomly.
Interesting.
That was cool.
That
it
really
was convenient because it was in the era when lesbians could still do it for you. Lesbians are like when you get into jerking off, I feel like. And you're like, oh my God, 2 girls.
It's just the craziest thing I've ever
Like
seen.
the second you see someone get fucked, you're like, all right, well,
that's enough of that.
I got to see.
Yeah.
Ron White had that great bit.
Yeah, I want to.
He's
What
like,
do you want?
What do you want to see? Some like half
hard?
Yeah.
No, I want a hard cock.
All right, you're a little gay then.
You're a little gay. It's fine.
But yeah, Carmen Electra had like some like leather underwear on, and it just had like a padlock on it, and that was like
Really?
the joke of like a chastity belt. But I just assumed that's what it was, so I didn't. I mean, I guess maybe back in the day that's what it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, now when people say it, they mean that like dick cage thing, which is crazy.
That's wild.
That's crazy. It's funny that like, so here's my thing. I understand that like fetishes exist, and that's a thing that people
and
are
there's
into.
nothing wrong.
I don't care.
with
Whatever.
Hey, whatever.
I want to
don't
go
give a
sit on
fuck.
my face. That's probably
I'll do
weird
whatever the
to
fuck
that
you
dude,
want. I don't give a
whatever.
fuck.
But like, it's what's weird to me is that the people over here that make things out of plastic or whatever
Or like, I know what these people want.
right. Like, I guess the sex
Someone
shop
had to make
company.
that. Someone had to make that.
Yeah, maybe the sex toy company just like goes and they like are like, listen, we're a real business. We can talk to you as a real business. If you make this, we'll buy them from you, and then you don't need to have the risk of like not knowing that there's
people not
this
gonna buy these-
giant market for the
Yeah. These people need dick cages, damn it.
That's always the crazy thing to me, that there's able to like that connection of like from a dude over here and being like, I need this.
Yeah. Who now outsources it to China.
This person hears you and it's like, hey, I'm going to figure that out. We make dildos. You need a dick cage. We're going to make dick cages.
We'll figure out dick cages.
Comes over here to China making plastic shit. Hey.
In a foreign language.
By the way,
Zing dong ding.
how
What?
good is China at branding?
At branding?
They put made in China on everything. Is that nuts? Like, what good marketing for your country?
That is good. Yeah. I mean, stuff that's made in the USA is branded made in the USA.
Yeah, but you don't see it as often.
Yeah.
And I don't know who started. Maybe China started that.
I think they always just put made in whatever. Even on like old like knives, you see like the bladesmith stamps this shit in.
Let me say this. I feel like China.
What great
puts
marketing for
theirs
China.
in a more prominent place. Like a lot of places just put that stamp on the bottom of whatever it is. China I had something the other day that
They
the
wear
thing
it
was
proud.
like up here.
They wear it proud.
Yeah, I forget what it was.
I
but
will say, yeah. You are right there.
It wasn't like on the bottom of whatever it was. It was like
Because if you look at a T-shirt, Bangladesh, Taiwan,
Taiwan's big.
stuff like that, yeah. You always see stuff like that. Or if you just get like a nice teapot, maybe. It's like, oh, made in the UK. Blah, blah, blah.
I'm scared about how much money I'm going to try to spend on a rug.
Where? And for your house?
Yeah.
Rugs are expensive. What kind of rug?
I want a rug that has some history.
You want like a what are those called?
Persian rug.
A Persian rug. Is that what you want? Like a fine knit?
Here's my
They're
thing,
expensive.
though. Yeah. Here's my thing, though. Because I want to get a rug that's like hundreds of years old.
Why?
Because that'd be sick.
Yeah, but like, how you gonna? What, isn't that gonna like feel like shit?
No, that's these Persian rugs. They're beautiful
Beautiful rugs.
The quality on these things.
Yeah, but how much is that? Let's see, 200 years. That's probably gonna be about $20,000.
And 200 years doesn't even get me back far enough to anything cool that is happening.
No,
as far as I know.
You're in the 1700s.
Like the Civil War rug. Fuck
Yeah.
off. I want way back
2,000-year-old rug that will be walked.
But then
on.
at that point, it's like, well, I'm not gonna walk on it now, so I still
I'll
need a
bow
rug.
before- Yeah.
So I should probably just buy a rug, not like that.
Or just get like a nice Persian rug.
Yeah, but not an old one.
Yeah. No.
That's what I'm saying.
And then you could probably get whatever you want on it. You're not stuck to whatever like old bullshit you have to find.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
still
you
gonna
gotta
be expensive, but not
you gotta
like.
clean it. Yeah,
Well, that's
you
the
have
other
to
thing I was
send your
thinking
rug
about
out
an
to
old
a
rug.
send
It's
your
like,
rug out to a rug cleaner.
Do I clean it, or is that defeating the point
You-
of the history?
No, you got to clean it. Fuck that.
I would because of who I am, but I would
Yes.
be. But why am I spending all this money on it then? You know,
To know that it was weaved 10,000 years ago.
bro. Remember at like the Met, or maybe it was the one in Chicago.
It was the Met, that fucking rug on the wall that was probably 30 feet by 40 feet.
It's like a throne room.
Yeah, it was fucked up. That thing, we were in like a warehouse, that building, like for ceiling height.
Yeah.
That shit was from ceiling to floor 10 feet off the floor or off the corner of the wall. 20 feet.
Magnificent.
It was immense. The scale was beautiful. That was wild. I would like to see where that was. Because now think, how big was the room that was in?
Big as fuck.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like a throne room. Like,
Yeah.
that's like you open up two big doors
And some dude is
and you walk all the way down that rug to a guy splayed out,
splayed out, jerking off.
being jerked off.
Being jerked off by
Imagine being
Jeff
king and
Cavalier.
getting jerked off.
A king. Oh,
You'd get sucked off.
probably a combination of both.
Well,
you probably have
obviously.
multiple women.
Not saying go no hands. I'm
One's-
just saying
yeah.
it's not like you're a king and you're like, let me get a hand job. Like,
Excuse me.
can I have the entry? Can I have second base as king?
Ding ding.
Yeah, like,
Hand job needed.
I think you start at like,
You imagine a flamboyant king? Hello. Hand job, please. Thank you.
that would suck to be.
Can I
gay
have a
king.
young boy sit on my face?
That's what I'm saying though. How bad would that suck? You're a gay king. All you want to do is fuck dudes, and they're throwing the most beautiful girls at you.
And you're like,
But if you say that you're gay, you're not gonna be king anymore because you'll
Yeah.
be dead probably.
yeah, they'd fucking kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad.
So you'd have to like be in secret, like, I'm the king. What I'm about to tell you, you can't tell anyone.
No, you'd
and they're
have-
like, I swear, of course, king. And they're like, I'm gay. And they're like,
I'm gonna tell my best friend.
I'm gonna. 5 minutes ago, you said gay people were the devil. Be like,
Yeah.
yeah, I know.
My cousin's gay. You killed him.
I'm sorry. If I had known that, I would have fucked him first. Which is
I'm
why
gonna tell
I'm telling you all this.
I'm gonna tell everybody. Execute him.
after we fuck.
Yes.
Because that's pretty much who he'd have to fuck is like people in prison.
Yeah.
People. How long do you
Who
think
would
they
never
kept people
believe
in
him.
prison?
Forever.
No, I'm saying when like waiting to execute him. It's not like now where there's like a weird Green Mile thing. Like,
I'm sure it was quick.
that's what I'm saying. You
I
had
bet.
like the night of.
Maybe it was maybe there was some like form of like law system. Well, no, the law was just the king goes, you're dead.
They
probably just bring you out back and shoot you.
That's what I'm saying. So
With
I
an
wonder.
arrow.
I wonder if he
Imagine
was
getting
the guy.
shot with an arrow in the chest. Hey.
Oh, that first breath, and you feel the draft come in.
And the blood fill your lungs, and you're like, fuck. Hey, and you think this is a pain in the ass? The king just raped me.
Faster, hit more arrows.
No.
Because maybe that's how he. Because maybe it used to be like off with his head, and a dude comes out with a basket and an axe and kills
chops
him.
your fucking head off.
But then the first gay king was like, "We'll do it tomorrow," and they're like, "Why?"
Leave him in my quarters.
Yeah, put him in jail,
Ooh, in my personal jail.
where I'll visit him and give him a stern talking to.
Nobody come in.
He comes out with lipstick.
He comes out in drag. Yeah, the
Like,
king.
I thought we were killing a guy today.
No, the king goes up to him and is like, because you will die tomorrow, you will fuck my niece. Goes out for like 2 minutes, comes back with a wig and lipstick.
Yeah.
Please now.
Have at thee.
Oh, that's wild.
History is crazy.
That's probably happened. It's probably the crazy thing. Isn't it wild to think like anything you think about, any crazy outlandish thing, like that's probably happened?
I was going to bring up with the school thing we were talking about, like, it's not like they made it up on their own. They literally, like, went out and were like, let's look at what school systems are out there. And the Prussians just, like, obliterated the Polish with that school system, where they were like, we'll never, like, break their will and make them, like, bow down and bend the knee to us. We could just, like, say, fuck all of them and let them die off. And then just, like, teach their kids. Yeah. And it worked, like, incredibly good.
That's crazy.
And then the
they're like,
Rockefellers were like, yes.
A brilliant plan. We will do the same.
Yes. That we invented that.
That's crazy.
Trademark Rockefeller plan.
Isn't that crazy to think about, where it's like, well, this generation ain't it. The next generation.
It's actually very, like, it's like a very Eastern way of thinking for a Western country like that. That's like a very, like, Chinese style.
Like, now we wait.
You'll win this battle and I'll win this war.
Yes.
Like, good. Don't bow down to us. Die.
I can give a fuck.
Your children will.
My son will rule everybody.
Yeah.
Fucked up. That's crazy.
Bro, I was watching another video about that shit, how China took over South America.
China took over South America?
It's done already, bro.
What do you mean?
Bro. You know how...
Like, currently?
It's done.
It's in the books.
You know how people say, like, you have to understand that China's a very old country and they move slowly? I hear that and I understand it. This is the first time I've got, like, a good example of it.
Yes.
China moves on such a scale that we don't see the moves.
Why? Explain to me.
We operate on a scale like this.
Yes.
So we're looking for things in this spot because we're here. So China does things that don't even really come up on our radar because they don't seem like... But when you step out and see the scale that China's working on, you see that, oh, no, they've been doing that shit.
Yeah, they're just going on an uptrend for the past...
So, bro, I guess because, first off, if you add up like all the Central American countries together, their economy is third in the world. So, like, after U.S. and China.
So while individually they're not,
but as that
impressive.
region,
it's
third in the world. Especially when you consider that America and China are ginormous countries, and all those ones are probably small.
Yeah.
Brazil's pretty big, but I'm sure, like, if you...
A lot of it's Amazon, too, probably.
True. So if you cobble all those countries up together, it's probably like a comparable size and amount of people and yada, yada. So what America did when they would go into all these places in, like, Africa and the Middle East and different places, they'd come through, you know, teach like the local military, and in doing so establish their own military presence. Like all the help that they gave to foreign people was always predicated on like, but we're kind of going to set up shop here.
Yeah.
Probably pick out a new president for you. Like that's kind of been our thing. So no one had really gone and done this to Central America yet. China goes down there. They start doing it.
When is this?
I guess like
200 years ago.
Like in the past 20 years or whatever, I guess. I don't know. But just like in the same way that America goes to all those places, I guess it's like in the same lane as that. China and America start going down there as like, looking to expand our economy. Like, let's do business with you. You're like, America goes down there with all like the stuff that they've already done on record. So people are kind of wary of like yes, you'll help. At what cost, though?
Yeah.
And I guess when America goes down there, they talk a lot about, like, China. Like, what's going on, like, how far along are like, with you and China. Where when China goes down there, they talk about business. They don't talk about America. They talk about, like, hey, so the numbers on this or that. Like, so.
They could give a fuck.
Fuck off. Doing their thing. So there's that. And then in addition to that, they have a like 4-point policy. It's basically all the same point, though. That's like, we are not going to mess with your politics. We're not going to mess with your military. We're not going to do like basically all the things that America does. They have like a thing that they go in and say like, this is our promise that like we don't do any of that. Bro, when they come in to work on places to like build a train, build an airport or whatever, they bring in all their own workers.
Fly everybody in.
Set up fucking shop there.
They live there.
And then, so like let's use the airports as an example. I guess what they do is like when they make the deal with Brazil or whatever, they make the deal that, all right, we're going to build you guys this airport. We're going to pay for it, like the materials to do it. We're going to pay for the people to do it. And all these construction companies are government owned.
From China.
Chinese. So it's like, it's not the Chinese government, it's a Chinese company, but then that company is owned by the government.
Yeah.
So they're like, you don't got to pay for nothing right now. We're going to do everything. And then with the money you guys make off the airport, you can pay us back.
Ship us some.
You can just pay, So I guess because they give them this like super deal, they keep them indebted to them, but then also they have written into this super contract that because they're being so nice that I guess that they get like, I don't know in how hardcore terms it's written, but it's basically like, and should we need like a favor from you, like you'd be cool with that, right? And they're like, yeah.
At some point.
So the way America would go into these countries and set up a military base, China didn't do that. China went up and set up ports and airports and train and cross
to make the country money,
coast,
thus making them money.
And then when it's time to go to war, those are all military bases now because now they say, hey, time for that favor.
Nobody's going into that airport now.
Yeah, now that's our
airport.
That's our base.
Yeah, that's our port.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's what I'm saying. Like,
so now
America's looking for moves like setting up military bases. China didn't do any of that. They thought like, oh, that's them doing business. You know, that's we can do that over here.
It's also like military bases. The military bases are just whatever place that is with military people.
Mm-hmm.
So if you just ship the military people there, move all the boats to your port,
they never sent a mass amount of it at once that would trip up our red flags. They trickled military equipment in over decades to where now, if you look at what Chinese military equipment's in South America, they have a fuck ton. But it was never like
just
they're
like
sending
here.
A fucking barge over
some
with
in a boat
tanks.
Here.
Yeah, like
there's some in a boat here.
A little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, just nickel and diming them. And now, too late.
They're on your doorstep.
And now there's that shit with, like China, Brazil, Russia, and like those other countries that are trying to make a new dollar to replace like ours as the world currency.
Who's trying to do that?
China, Russia, Brazil, and 2 other countries
Mm.
are like the big ones, and
Trying to make their own?
they're trying to create a
uniform dollar.
global currency.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Do the cabal's job for them.
Or is that the cabal? I don't know.
I don't think China is.
I don't fucking know. Yeah.
I think China predates.
But you also
cabal.
see a picture of like
I don't know shit.
you also see a picture of like the Chinese dude Putin and like Bush and like all those people in Freemason gear.
That's fair. I wonder if the Chinese people just do that to like.
Yes.
Yeah, they're like Guaylo love.
They love secret society.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't know for whole country and economic plan bigger secret than this.
Exactly. They get very upset and they call us sneaky Chinese, but
Purely American.
what's more sneaky than Masonic Lodge to keep equation secret 1,000 years?
1,000 years secret. No.
Get mad that we sneak around a little bit.
we sneak around like church mouse.
What's the problem?
All these dumb American. Don't know China knocking on your doorstep. We're not bad at Chinese accents.
Stupid American think they number one.
Number one.
They don't know Chinese number one.
You might
Chinese number one for 1,000 years.
1,000 year. Me and my buddy used to join Asian servers and like PUBG and all these different games. And we would go on with fake Asian accents. And these people would know instantly.
You don't say.
You dumb American. No, North Korea number one. North Korea number one.
I only knew one North Korean kid.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, though.
He was from North Korea, though. It was like,
Did he escape?
I guess so. It's crazy because at the time I was in 6th or 7th grade.
So you're like, cool, North Korea.
I was just like, oh, that's like the weird one, like that's as far as and now to be like, the fuck do you mean you're from North Korea?
How did you get
yeah.
here? Do you want to come on the pod?
No, he wasn't like a friend. He was just a kid in my grade.
Yeah.
I played cards with him sometimes.
He's back in North Korea.
Jesus.
No, he's a good kid.
I miss knowing how to play different card games. I feel like I know like I can remember like 3, but I used to be able to we used to throw down at the lunch table.
Cards?
Yeah.
Like poker?
We play spit and Chinese poker a lot. We're the big 2. And I can't remember either of those.
Chinese poker.
Chinese poker.
What is that? Was there a bunch of Asian kids
You know
playing
the answer
poker?
to that.
Interesting.
I told someone at work the other day how funny it was to me when you were like day 2 in New York. You're like,
I've yet to see.
there's a white person.
White guy.
Got him.
We're in Long Island.
Barely counts.
Huh. We forgot to plug the camera in.
Meaning it just died,
Yeah.
but it worked up until then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I hope. Sorry, there's 2 minutes left. Guys, we're streaming in live Stone Day Pod. No, so now it just looks like the technical difficulty screen. Now we could do anything. I could say anything I want. They don't even know who I am. I could say the N-word and they won't see me do it. No.
If you do the N-word in a Chinese accent, it's not even really a big deal.
It's racist. A little bit.
I mean,
What would that even sound like?
only one way to find out.
No. I feel like we've got a lot done on this pod. We talked about a lot of stuff.
That
A lot of good stuff. Knowledge.
stupid American believe
need
in Malak the owl.
Yeah. More like the owl.
Always invite me to Bohemian Grove.
Well, they fuck children. Only
I'm
fucking
Chinese. I
do.
barely even like to fuck girls,
Oh, really?
let alone fuck children.
Yeah.
I like money.
No.
I do business.
That's my kind of man. You must be Greek, Chinese man. You must be Greek, Chinky. What do you think you're doing?
President Mao, if I didn't know any better, I'd think you were an Irishman like myself.
A great man.
Because me and you are cut from the same cloth. You believe that? I've been told I look a little Chinese myself sometimes.
certain days I wake up and my friends go, "Yo, Bill, you Bill, yo, Joe, you look a little Chinese today."
Yeah, my son Hunter, he used to come over. He said, "Dad, I'm all chinky eyed." I said, "Hunter, I'm about to have dinner with the president of China, and you're out here saying you look chinky eyed. I'm gonna ask him what that means tonight." And I hope you're proud of yourself.
You're a smart man. You're a smart man, Hunter.
I said, I want to put you on the board of the Ukraine, and because they got nothing but chinky-eyed folks out there. That's
they're a stone throw from China, Hunter. You know that? I think you do great out there in Ukraine.
Next thing I know, my other son's dead.
Dead.
And that's why I said we gotta get the troops out of Afghanistan. I said leave the planes.
Leave the planes. Leave all the equipment. My son's jerking off, painting beautiful paintings and murals.
I'm not a Donald Trump fan, but the man knows good art because he did in fact buy Hunter's folks,
you want to talk about art?
I know we're here to talk about the shooting at the school, but if we could just pull up one of these paintings,
my son smoked enough crack to put a mule down until next Thanksgiving, I swear.
Clearly the boy's trouble. You think what kind of mind produces thoughts like paint?
Who could?
I was finger painting the other day. They said, "Mr. President, you signed this," and I didn't realize that you're supposed to dip a quill in that. You believe that? They brought a bird's feather in there, and you telling me I'm supposed to write with it? I said, it's time to finger paint. I dunked my whole penis in that oil well, like we used to do in school, back in grade school. You remember?
You remember grade school?
Yeah, the oil well. You and your friends, you'd all put... It'd be a right sausage fest.
We call that Beverly Hillbillyin'. Come on now.
Right or wrong?
I struck oil. You'd always prime it in your friend's asshole.
Whoever pulled the dick out first out of the oil well struck oil. Then we go play stickball. You remember?
You remember?
No, that's we call that a Delaware special.
That's a great Delaware special.
It used to be all upriver.
All upriver. We float down the Delaware River.
That's where they first saw my leg hair, on the river.
It was a beautiful thing.
Savages.
Animals. Looking at my leg hair, wondering, looking, judging.
I'd wear one of those triangle hats like Columbus had.
What was that? What was that, Washington?
Can we get one of those up here? I'd like to put one of those on the dead kids in the casket. And one of them triangle hats that Columbus had on. Because he's about to discover his own new frontier.
The frontier of heaven.
Because this is a country under God. And,
one nation.
I know.
Land of the free because of the brave and the hairless.
Smooth.
Beautiful shaven.
I know I'm getting up there in age, but that's not to say that it's too old to. I got Botox done the other day. I'm trying.
My testicles smooth as an egg.
Just because you're up there doesn't mean you don't want to look good for those you love, like
the ones we're here to support.
Hunter, get out here. No.
Hunter, show everyone your crack pipe.
No, you keep your shirt off, Hunter. You can show everyone what you've been working on. Look at this. This is an American citizen right here.
This is a beautiful specimen.
This is what dual citizenship gets you, America and Ukraine. This could be everyone.
This could be everyone. Zelensky's got a private gym. Built it in Crimea. Beautiful. After he took it over from Putin, from the Russians.
Putin, that son of a gun scares me, I tell you.
That son of a bitch.
I shook his hand.
He don't like the queers.
He looked right through me.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do.
I didn't know if he was going in for a judo throw or what.
I seen him running around in his pajamas the other day.
I smelled my hand after, and it smelled like lotion.
Not good though.
What'd that tell you? Either he's got soft hands or he just got done jerking off. Either or.
I tell you what.
I don't trust him.
I don't trust a man who spends that much time around horses.
No. He executes the queers. I like them in my country.
I said, hey, bring him here.
Bring him here.
Come on over.
Come on, what? Land of the free because of the queer.
Because of the gay.
It's fine. Don't ask.
I was raised gay.
Don't ask, don't tell, brother.
I love him going to every neighborhood and just whatever the like ethnicity or gay or whatever, just being like, I was raised
bisexual. I was raised by a Mexican bisexual.
Yeah.
And he
I tell you what, I don't know who wasn't.
He taught me a thing or two. I tell you, it's a beautiful time.
I don't like to suck men's penis, but I'm glad that I know how. And it's because of him that I know that I have these life skills that I'm able to
skills I could pull from.
I pull myself up by my bootstraps.
That's the pod, folks.
A strong closing 10 minutes.
A strong close. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back next week with more bullshit. And
I gotta eat.
Yeah, I gotta go to work. But you fuckers take care, and we'll be back.
Yes.